What's up YouTube, it's TCG here and welcome back to our TCG video on my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about the best cards from the White Flare and Black Bolt set. So if you guys are excited for it, let me know. I rock the hell out of the like button, helps out in many ways. So it's going to be a top 10 and we're going to be talking about the cards in full detail. If you have any other opinions about this set coming out next month, let me know down below in the comment section. But you should know is that this set is actually legal for the World Championship. So that's going to be kind of crazy. So we have, I'm going to be cheating a little bit. We have number 11 here. So top 11. Seems a little bit weird for the algorithm. So we have number 11 here, Meloetta EX. So as you all know, the Black Bolt and White Flare are mini sets divided by like two separate sets. So if you combine all of them together, this is going to be the review for this mini set coming out next month. And I'm very excited because the new season also starts next month as well. So if you actually want to get points for the 2025-2026 season, this is going to be the time to shine. But here, number 11, we have Meloetta. Meloetta is a Pokemon that can attack on the very first turn. You don't see that very often. We did see it before with something like a Bombirdier, which saw play in a regional top 16 deck. So at one point, this might actually see play. We have, of course, the Meloetta here using its crazy ability, the Live Premier. This can attack on the very first turn going first, meaning you can combine it with stuff like TM Evolution, TM, Energize, all those technical machines which actually help better your board state could be used with the Meloetta. Typically, decks that play TM Evo always say like, oh, I want to go second, I want to go second, and when they go first, they just crumble. And that's where the TM evolution could be used with Meloetta, because you can just push it to the active position, TM Evo, and get your stuff going. So I can see it working there. You can also donk people with the Echoed Voice. You actually slap the 30 damage, but with Binding Mochi and Brute Bonnet, you can donk somebody, or you can use the new strategy here, using the Volcanion EX to burn the opponent's Pokemon, and then use the TM Evo on 2 Magmar, and out of nowhere the Magmortars will buff up the burn damage and you donk people. So people starting with a lone 70 HP Pokemon, think about for example a Dreepy, something like a Ralts, for example, a Hoot Hoot, they're all gonna get donked with the Meloetta. So Meloetta could become a donking deck, or it can become a setup based Pokemon to set your board up quite good. So Meloetta, number 11. So as I said here, it's going to be a top 10, but it's going to be way more than that. You're going to be getting all the best cards from the set all in one fast video. Number 10 is going to be the Ignition Energy. So this is a triple accelerated energy. Who remembers those days, right? So you can have 3 colors energy, but it only works on evolution Pokemon, and you have to discard it at the end of your turn. This means that you can have this as an additional way to power up something like a Team Rocket's Porygon 2, because that actually requires 3 colorless energy. In the past, we had to resort to stuff like Reversal Energy, which was kind of annoying because sometimes you're not falling behind, the opponent knows it, and you don't have your Team Rocket's Porygon Z out, all stuff like that. But now the Ignition Energy is here. Could also be used with something like a Blizzy EX, for example. Also requires 3 colorless energies. The bad thing is that you put it back in the discard pile after you attack. So there's like 4 of these energies to which you can play at a maximum, but it can help out as additional energies to just attack with stuff like the Team Rocket's Porygon 2, for example. Another cool thing is we have the Hydreigon EX, which is also a new card from the White Flare and Black Bolt set, and it actually allows you to take an additional prize card if you knock something out. Very good indeed, but the problem is its attack cost is horrendous. The Dark Bite does need way too many energies, but the cool news is we have the TM Blind Side, allowing you to slap 100 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon, so that already has damage counters on it. But the cool news is with the triple accelerated energy here, the new Ignition Energy, you can actually get that off in one attachment. So that could be a way you can pilot Ignition Energy. Maybe you're playing the new other cards out there that also require colorless energies. Like every new card that gets released from now on, you have to take a look. Oh, does it require 3 colorless energies? And that's why Ignition Energy deserves its spot on the number 10 spot. Number 9 is going to be Hilda, a supporter card. At first glance, I thought this was going to be a mediocre card, but then I saw that it actually states 1 energy card, meaning you can get special energies with this as well. You can get yourself an evolution Pokemon and an energy card. I initially thought about the Neo Upper Energy while checking out Hilda. That means you can get Neo Upper Energy out the deck in combination with something like a Dragapult EX, and that's very good, right? So Hilda seeing its way right there. Also in decks that do not play a lot of energies, think about the Team Rocket's Crobat EX deck, for example. I know it's on the Rogue side, but that deck pretty much only plays like 4 energies unless you're playing the Spidops build. But that's a cool thing. You can use Hilda, get that Team Rocket's energy, and then you can actually use the Team Rocket's Crobat to start attacking instantly. So Hilda, a very cool looking supporter. Number 8 is going to be Prism Energy. Initially, I wanted to be putting it higher up on the list, but then I remember we still have Luminous Energy, which in most cases is just as good or even better. So Prism Energy is like a rainbow kind of energy, but only works on basic Pokemon. That means that you can get attack cost off like Ampu very much or Torrential Pump of the Wellspring Ogerpon, for example, because we are also getting a lot of energy acceleration cards in the format. Think about Eelektrik and the Dynamotor, think about the Emboar as well, so these kind of Pokemon will be able to power these Pokemon up, and with Prism Energy you can attack with these funky attack costs, only requiring like that one energy. Like typically you see here Iron Hands, one lightning energy, and then Carlos. That means you can power it up with whatever deck you want, whether you're playing lightning energies and Eelektrik, whether you're playing fire energies and the Emboar. You just need that Prism Energy for the other attack costs right there. So things like that could be very cool. Also same story with Torrential Pump, and could also see Prism Energy working out with Monkey Dory. As you all know, Adrenal Brain is kind of broken, and I think Prism Energy might also see its way right there. So we had Meloetta on 11, 10 Ignition Energy, 9 Hilda, then we have 8 Prism Energy, and now 7 is going to be Jellicent EX, the item locking maniac, but it also shuts down tool cards. So it's way worse than you might imagine. In the past, people were still able to use something like Rescue Board to get out of the active position or equip those tool cards left and right, but now you're actually item locked and tool card locked as well with the Sea Curse ability of the Jellicent. An interesting thing is that the Frillish also comes back with item lock. It slaps 20 damage as well, so more damage than a Budu. So that's kind of interesting. So you can be playing a deck purely based on item locking. You lead off with either Budu or Frillish, and then the following turn you go for the Jellicent, and the opponent will not be able to play items for the entire game unless they have Bossasaurus to boss something on the bench. Kind of insane for sure. Another cool thing is that with Gardevoir EX you can accelerate energies to the Jellicent as well, and also rely on Monkey Dory. So Jellicent EX, Gardevoir, Monkey Dory, I could definitely see it working out. And the Power Press slaps 80 damage, and if you have 2 additional energies and 2 additional the attack cost, you're slapping 160 damage instead. So quite impressive for sure, and I wonder how item lock will be happening here. We also have a Tortuga, if I remember correctly, that is able to slap more damage for every item card in the discard pile, but I don't think a lot of decks out there are still playing tons of items because Budu is still in the format. Okay, next card will be Emboar with the Inferno Fandango. Remember that? 2011 or something like that, 2012. Black and white stuff is back. This is also a reprint, by the way. And you're going to be it does have more HP, but yeah, you can actually accelerate a fire energy as often as you like from your hand to one of your Pokemon. This means you can power up Pokemon that were in the past very hard to power up. Think about a Hard Flame Mask Ogerpon EX slapping 280 to an evolution Pokemon. You can maybe combine that with something like a Maximum Belt out of nowhere. That Pokemon can one-shot literally anything in the game, which is awesome. There's also the Reshiram out there, also a new card. I grouped them together here because, yeah, they go hand in hand. If you play Emboar, you're probably going to be playing Reshiram. So the Reshiram EX slaps 130 damage and 50 more damage for every prize card the opponent has taken. You have to discard an energy from this Pokemon, which is not a bad thing as you have infinite energy acceleration with the help of Emboar. And think about this for a second. If the opponent has taken 4 prize cards, you're slapping 330 damage with your Reshiram EX. Enough to knock out Charizard EX, Marnie's Grimmsnarl EX, Gardevoir EX, you name it. It's going to be very good for sure. So there's also like a Moltres which can snipe, I suppose. So there's a lot of fire type Pokemon that you're now going to be taking a second glance at because of Emboar, which is awesome. Gouging Fire, also a Pokemon, very easy to power up, 3 energies, 260. So you have a lot of fire type Pokemon in the format, and if you're playing Emboar, it's going to be good. The reason why it's not higher is that I'm still a little bit afraid of item locking and Budu in the format. This is a stage 2, so maybe you're playing TM Evolution to get your Pignites out. Maybe you have the chance to be playing Rare Candy. Rare Candy is a little bit harder to pull off these days. Okay, we have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards left. So here we go. Here we have Air Balloon on the number 5 spot. So that is an interesting card for sure, as it will provide you with 2 retreat cost less. This is going to be useful with cards like Eelektrik. We're going to talk about that in a second. Eelektrik, Dynamotor ability, Spiritual Successor. You can accelerate the energies from the discard pile to your Pokemon, lightning type energies. But the bad news is that you have a 2 retreat cost. And sometimes you could get trapped into the active position. With Air Balloon, that's actually kind of good, because now you can just put the Air Balloon onto Eelektrik and you have a free retreat energy accelerator. We did see that before back in the day. We had Malamar with Air Balloon stuff as well. Now Reshiram, a card that is not seeing a lot of play, could also be used with Air Balloon. It has a 2 retreat cost. It's a draw card, so you discard an energy from hand, draw cards until you have 6 cards in hand. People are not playing that currently because they're always afraid of getting trapped, but that is going to be changing with Air Balloon. Gholdengo EX, and also I'm going to talk about like Cerulege EX here. Pokemon decks or Pokemon attackers that just require 1 energy to attack for huge damage, and if you want to retreat, that typically was not possible because you just had to attach with the turn again, retreat, and then there's no other way to attack with another Pokemon. Well, now with Air Balloon, you can retreat your damaged Gholdengo EX, you can retreat your damaged Cerulege EX, for example, and attack with another Pokemon. So Air Balloon, interesting card. As mentioned, with Jellicent out, you cannot play Air Balloon, and people are still playing Rescue Board in a lot of decks out there, but this is a cool tool card, but there is definitely something that can counter it. Number 4 is going to be the Tool Scrapper. This is quite an interesting card as it allows you to discard 2 tool cards attached to Pokemon, both yours and your opponent. So initially you can also discard your own EXP share to then equip something like a Defiance Band, so the opponent now has to think about that flexibility, something like a Dragapult EX. Oh, this guy has an EXP share, so now they can no longer use the Defiance Band. That could change, so that's one thing about this card. And also, not a lot of decks out there still need to like jam in the Jamming Tower into their deck because it actually is not that good and also not that searchable. Tool Scrapper is searchable through the means of something like an Arven. You can instantly get rid of Sparkling Crystals, EXP shares, Bravery Charms, Hero Escapes, you name it, until your heart's content. So Tool Scrapper is a way, also knocking off Air Balloons, Rescue Boards. There's a lot of tool cards in the format right now, and now we have a tool scrapping item card again. No need for Jamming Tower any longer unless your deck is way better with the Jamming Tower. Also, let's talk about the top 3 here. Number 3 will be Eelektrik. This Eelektrik brings me a lot of joy because I actually got second at Nationals at one point with Zekrom Eelektrik, and now we just get Zekrom and Eelektrik back. So we have Eelektrik here with the Dynamotor, accelerating a lightning energy from the discard pile to one of your Brent's Pokemon. You're gonna say like, oh, is this Flaffy? Yeah, this is exactly Flaffy, or Eelektrik, or Lightning Malamar, whatever you want to be calling this guy. But it's going to be good because Miraidon with Tandem Unit can find your Tynamos, and then the following turn you can get Eelektriks and Accelerate Energies. That means you can go for Ampy Very Muches of an Iron Hand, you can go for the attack of the Zekrom, which does the exact same damage as the Reshiram EX, 130 plus 50 more for every prize the opponent has already taken. So as mentioned, if they take 4 prize cards, you slap 330. This Pokemon does some damage to itself, but we don't actually mind too much here. As you're taking prize cards, it slaps 30 damage to itself after you use the attack, but it's the least of your worries. If you're able to take down a huge Charizard or a Gardevoir or a Marnie's Grimmsnarl, it's going to be worth it for sure. So Eelektrik, I wonder how good it will do at Worlds. We have the engine here, we have Miraidon to get your Dynamos, you have the Air Balloons to have free retreat, you have a lot of, maybe you can just go back to the way Miraidon was with a 2-2 line of Eelektrik and some generators. So that can also happen, right? Generators on the Zekroms and generators on the Iron Hands. Unfortunately, we do not have double turbo energy, so Iron Hands pulling that off will be more difficult, but Eelektrik is back. Lightning Pokemon are rejoicing right now. Second place, Genesect EX with the Metal Signal. Once during your turn, you may search your deck for 2 Metal Evolution Pokemon and put them into your hand. Every single turn, you can do this. So it's pretty similar to Miraidon that can get basic lightning Pokemon. This can actually get 2 metal evolution Pokemon. We did see how Miraidon's being played in every lightning deck currently, and Genesect is going to be doing that for metal type Pokemon. You just need 1 copy, maybe 2 copies if you want to be worrying about the fact that it could be priced. But Genesect can get evolution Pokemon out the deck. Think about, oh, I am playing Gholdengo. First turn, get some setup, buddies, Puffins, get some Gimmicks. Following turn, oh, I have a Nesball. Nesball now means 2 Gholdengos. That's how powerful Genesect EX actually is. And that could be the same story with something like an Archelodon. Oh, I'm whiffing Archelodon. Now every Nesball becomes Archelodon. That's so crazy to think about. Like in decks playing like a lot of Nesball, a lot of Ultra Ball, the chances of you whiffing your evolution Pokemon is now like very, very, very low. So even though Genesect is a 220 HP Pokemon liability on the bench, it is definitely going to help with consistency. Consistency is always key. If you want to win a tournament here, it's going to help out these metal decks. Maybe we can now actually check out Steven's Metagross EX, because now we have an easy way to search them out. So I wonder how Genesect will have an impact on the format. Definitely going in Gholdengo, definitely going in Archelodon for sure. And then the undisputed number 1 pick for me is going to be Brave Bangle. This actually makes sure that attacks of the Pokemon this card is attached to, excluding any rule box Pokemon, deal 30 more damage to your opponent's Pokemon EX, the active EX. So I could see this instantly sliding into an Eaton's Typhlosion. Eaton's Typhlosion caps out at 280 damage output, right? If you have 4 Eaton's Adventure cards in your discard pile, that's 280. With a Brave Bangle, you're actually slapping 310. Add in one tiny little Victini and you're slapping 320. You see where we're going with this? You're going to be able to now one-shot stuff like Dragapult EX, for example, which in the past was a little bit harder to do so. You had to maybe play Maximum Belt. Now we can definitely play the secret box that we've always dreamed of, play the Eaton's Typhlosion, and it's going to be great. Eaton's Typhlosion all the way going up to A tier with a card like this. Something like an Ancient Box deck that also was lackluster with its damage output can also now rejoice with Brave Bangle. Just try to discard as many ancient Pokemon as you can, and then with the Vengeful Fletching, slapping more damage than ever before because of Brave Bangle. Think about something like Budu. The Budu here with the Itchy Pollen slapping 10 damage. No. It's going to be 40 damage. So 40 damage item locking with Budu. I could see that happening as well with the Brave Bangle. You could also think about other decks. Ogie Dogie if you're going rogue. Feraligatr. Like all the non-rule box Pokemon now gets buffed up incredibly with Brave Bangle. Is it going to be enough in a world with Marnie's Grimmsnarl and Dragapult sniping left and right? Who knows, but it's going to be one of the strongest cards from this set for sure. So hopefully you guys enjoyed my little set review of Black Bolt and White Flare coming out next month. I'm very eagerly looking forward to creating decks with a couple of these cards. Will they be enough? It's a mini set, so don't expect too much, but they will be played at the World Championships for sure. And I'll be there in Anaheim, and I'm very excited for sure. Also, this video was made possible through the means of our sponsors. Let's hear from them right now. Level up your game with TC Evolutions. Breathtaking damage counters, special condition tokens, and ability markers. Precision, style, power. Use coupon ZapDosTCG for 10% off only at TC Evolutions. Also go check out DragonShield.com for the best quality sleeves in the game right now. You can get them with 5% off using the coupon ZapDos5. They also have binders and deck boxes. PotownStore.com for your TCG Live code card needs. You can get them with instant email delivery, 5% off using the coupon ZapDosTCG. And CardMarket.com for European players where you're able to buy as well as sell cards to people all across Europe. Use the referral name ZapDosTCG to help support the channel. Thank you all very much for watching another upload. I had a blast taking a look at all the cards from the black and white era, so it brings me joy. Unova Pokemon are actually kind of cool. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for more Pokemon TCG action. Peace.